What is going on, y'all? We are going to learn how to find the volume of 3D shapes this week. So there's going to be 2 videos over this. Yeah, let's just go ahead and start our first one. So go ahead and go to Google Classroom and get that worksheet out. Like last week, we are going to be doing the odds together. Yeah, so let's just go ahead and get to it. You're going to want to follow along. All right, so here's number 1 on that sheet. It's a cylinder. So what we have to do is we have to find the volume of this. And let's go ahead and just start filling stuff out. So we know what the radius of this is. Let's see. So the radius is 3. You know what? Let's go ahead and put units. Just a U for units. The height is 8 units. And the capital B, just as a reminder, this is the area of the base. So whatever the base is, capital B is going to be the area of the base. So in this case, if you take a look, our base is a circle. So capital B is going to be pi r squared. So r is 3. We just filled that out earlier. So b is going to be 9 pi. So this is going to be 9 pi units squared. I prefer to leave this as 9 pi, but you can also do pi is 3.14, and you can evaluate that if you would like. So our volume formula, this is new for y'all. Our volume is going to be our big B, the area of the base, times the height. So that's all we got to do is we got to take 9 pi, multiply it by 8. So we get 9 times 8, which is 72, and then times pi. And volume is actually going to be units cubed. So we got units times units squared. That becomes units cubed. So that's question number 1. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Question number 3. So here's question number 3. We have a pentagonal prism here. And it's a prism. We're going to have the same volume formula. It's going to be volume is equal to big B times H. So let's go ahead and do this question. So P stands for the perimeter. We have one side is going to be... All right, so here's question number 3. We're going to have the same formula. The volume is the big base, so the big B, which is the area of the base, times the height. So let's just go ahead and fill out all this information. This should walk us through it pretty well. So our perimeter, we have 5 sides. And each side this is 13. So 5 times 13. That's going to be 65. So we have 65 units for our perimeter. Height, this is the height of the prism. It's 5. Let's see. A is the apothem of our base. So this is 8.9. And now we have to find the area of our base. So the area of our base, it's a regular pentagon. So we can use 1/2 times apothem times the perimeter. So let's go ahead and substitute our values for this and evaluate this. So we have 1/2 and then times 8.9 times P is 65. So what you're going to want to do is get your calculator out and evaluate this. So we have 8.9 times 65, and then that times 1/2, also known as dividing by 2, and we get 289.25. Let's go ahead and write that down. So this is 289.25. Let's write it down here. I should be putting units here. So this is 5 units, this is units, and this is going to be units squared for the base area of the base. Now the volume is the area of the base times the height. So let's go ahead and get our calculator out again. And it's going to be 289.25 times 5. So this is going to be our volume, 1,446 0.25 units cubed. So let's go ahead and move on to number 5. All right, so here's number 5. We have a rectangular prism here. So it's going to be the same ordeal. We got the volume is equal to the area of the base times the height. So let's go ahead and find the area of our base. Our base is this rectangle. This is not our base. This is not the base. And this is the base. Remember, the base is going to be the thing that you have 2 of. So in this case, we have 2 of these rectangles. So our base is going to be 16 times 15. And this is going to be equal to, let's see, 240 units squared. So 16 times 15, you can plug it into your calculator. You get 240 units squared. And h is going to be the height of our prism, which is 5 units. So our volume, remember it's big B times h. So that is going to be 240 times 5. That's going to be 1,200 units cubed. All right, so that's number 5. So let's go ahead and move on to number 7. All right, here's number 7. We have a triangular prism, and it's a right triangle too. It's a right triangle. Notice how we have this right angle right here. That can be helpful. So let's go ahead and do this question. So we got our volume is still equal to the base area of the base times the height. So the area of our base is going to be the area of this triangle. So that's going to be 1/2 times base times height. So our base is 16 kilometers. And our height is 12 kilometers. So let's go ahead and evaluate this. So we have 1/2 times 16. That's going to be 8. And then we have 8 times 12. Well, that's going to be 96. So we're going to have 96 kilometers squared for the area of our base. Our height is given to us, so we have 10 kilometers. And our volume is going to be our big base, or big B, times h, and that's going to be 960 kilometers cubed. So that's number 7. All right, and here's number 9. And just as a friendly reminder that could be useful to maybe pause these videos and do the evens while we're doing the odds. You know, maybe in between problems, go ahead and just pause that video and do the evens while we're working these together. Just maybe a helpful hint. Anyways, we have a square prism here with side length of 7 and height 5. So the base of the square is going to be side length squared. So this is going to be 7 squared, which is 49, and our units is yards, so this is going to be yards squared. Our height of the prism is 5 yards. And now we have to find our volume, so we're going to multiply these two values together. This is going to be 245 yards cubed. All right, so that's number 9. Let's go ahead and move on to number 11. All right, here is number 11. So this one looks spicy. It actually took me a long time to draw this, but yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying. Let's just go ahead and do it. All right, so we have to find the area of our base. So don't be fooled. Remember, the base is what you have 2 of, and we have 2 of these trapezoids that are the same. So the trapezoid is our base, not one of these rectangles. So it's going to be our trapezoid. So let's go ahead and write down the formula to find the area of a trapezoid, and that is going to be 1/2 times the sum of the bases of the trapezoid multiplied by the height of the trapezoid. So this isn't the height of the prism, it's the height of the trapezoid. So this is going to be 1/2, and our two bases are 5 and 11 yards. So we have 5 plus 11. And the height of our trapezoid is this red line. So this is going to be 4 yards. So let's go ahead and evaluate this. This is equal to 1/2 times 16 times 4. So 1/2 times 16, that's going to be 8. Times 4, that's going to be 32. So I know this is kind of weird how I did this, but we got 32 yards squared. All right, and the height of our prism is going to be 6 yards. So now to find the volume, we're just going to multiply these two values together. So we get 192 yards cubed. All right. And then we have, I believe, one more question for this video, and then we'll have to move on to the next one. All right, so we have a word problem here. So with word problems, you're probably going to want to draw or sketch a picture. So in this case, we're given that we have a hexagonal prism. Oh, great. This is going to be fun to draw. So let's go ahead. All right, so here's number 13. This is going to be the last problem in this video. We're asked to find the volume of a hexagonal prism. So let's go ahead and do our best to draw a hexagonal prism. This is going to be a bit of a struggle. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and edit all of those attempts out. It definitely took me like 4 minutes to draw this, to figure out the best way to draw this. But here we go. We got a hexagonal prism now. It's going to be 6 feet tall, so that's going to be this length, 6 feet. And the regular base measuring 9 feet on each edge. So remember, if it's a regular base, so that means all the sides are the same. So for our hexagonal base, these are all going to be the same. And one side is 9 feet. And the apothem is going to be length of 7.8 feet. So here is our apothem or apothem, and this is going to be 7.8 feet. All right, so let's go ahead and find all of these values. All right, so the perimeter of our base, well, that is going to be, see, we have 9 for one side. So we have 9 times, how many sides do we have? We have 6. So this is 54 feet. And then H is going to be the height of our prism. That's given to us. It's 6 feet. And A is going to be 7.8 feet. That's also given to us. So to find the area of our base, which is big B, we are going to have to do 1/2 times A times P. Let's go ahead and plug these values in. We have 1/2. A is 7.8. We just wrote that down. And perimeter is going to be 54 feet. So let's go ahead and plug this into our calculator and see what we get. So we had, let's see. We had 54 times 7.8. And then that divided by 2. So we have 210.6. This is going to be feet squared. And to find our volume, we're going to have to multiply this by the height. So let's go ahead and do that. So our height is 6, so we have to multiply 210.6 times 6, and we get 1,263.6. So 1,263.6. And then this is going to be feet cubed. All right. So that's going to be it for this video. I know it might be on the longer side, but I did a lot of examples. So yeah, I'll go ahead and see you in the next video. We're going to cover the second half of y'all's assignment.